No, I won. I've been on, Pointless on TV.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I won that.
Really?
So you won Pointless?
Do you want to see my trophy?
Oh, go on.
It's
Let's
in the
see.
other room though.
Oh, that's all right. We'll see the Pointless trophy.
Probably still hear me.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'd say you don't get this on many other podcasts, do you? How many Pointless stars have been on your podcast, Joe Rogan?
I even stopped my name tag.
Hit your name
It's
tag.
really dusty.
That's mental.
And you got, that's so cool. You got, like, my playlist, I'm pretty sure I literally have Diamonds Aren't Forever from Brick Like Bubba and With the Horizon, right into, like, I think it's Chasing Pavements by Adele, with, like, there's no like bridging song. It's just kind of a smash.
Go over that roof. What the fuck just happened there?
I realised he was out of shot, so I brought him in.
Okay. Who's this?
Oh, this is my Andrew Garfield. Bang. And then that was the shot, the greatest shot of my, to be honest, quite short boxing career, right to the sternum. So, you've probably not been asked this because no one has the balls, really. No one has the balls to ask you this. Tom, I thought that was actually a really good idea, so I've just signed you up for Come Dine with me.
Perfect.
In about...
Little does he know that was actually axed like a good couple of years ago.
Fuck off, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Was it actually?
When you
I think
said
it was. I mean, I feel like it was.
Crying with the TV guy. Why isn't Come Dine with me on anymore?
Why isn't Come Dine with me on the guide anymore?
Excuse me. Oh my fucking god. Hello, and welcome to the start of Uncensored Week. I'm your pretentious prick of a host, Riley, and here is my lovely co-host. And today,
I'm Tom.
we have a guest.
Yes, we do. We have Alex from Walk In Coma. How are you doing, Alex?
I'm marvellous today. How are you guys?
Oh, I'm feeling
Good.
like $1 million.
Oh, I feel better down with the tie.
Yeah. Good.
Nice.
Here we go.
Oh god, I never wear suits, but I thought Uncensored Week's a big occasion. You actually have the honour of being the first episode of the 5-episode long week that is Uncensored Week. I know. We're spoiling for the 1-year anniversary. We have 5 whole episodes of fun. Nice.
And this is episode 1 of that week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling today?
Yeah, good. The sun's trying to come out. I'm out later trying to enjoy that sun. So, yeah. Whether it be
sounds
sunny
like a plan
when this is actually broadcast.
Well,
hopefully.
Yeah, I usually start with a little an anecdote or a story. However, fuck all has happened lately. So I'm just gonna go right ahead and open the floor. If you have any small anecdotes or stories that you'd like to share at the beginning.
Well, while we're recording this, we've just finished a festival, Breaking Bands Festival. So this is the end of May at the time, but this is July. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, not really any anecdotes. I swore at some little kids. They came in right at the end of our set, and our single out at the moment is Supper, and I swear about 15 times in it. So I swore at them. I had to apologise to the parents afterwards, but they came in during the set. I weren't going to hold back.
They knew what they were getting in for.
They were right at the front.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You don't go right at the front just to get sworn at. We do.
No,
you do go to the front just to get sworn
at. You do if you come see us, apparently.
Exactly.
Right. So we're going to break straight into the questions. So,
go for it.
How did Walk In Coma come to where they are today?
Me and Mark, the guitarist, we've been doing a band called Walk In Coma since about 2006. We just picked the name. We can't really remember why. That was a while ago. And yeah, it's gone through a few like sort of evolutions. And we started off as a sort of grunge band at the start, and it's just got progressively heavier over the years. So I say this incarnation started about 2015, really, where the vocals got more screaming, and yeah, the drums got heavier, the guitars everything got heavier, basically. So yeah, that's
cool.
Pretty much how it's come about. Me and Mark were school friends. We've known each other since we were little tiny dots, probably about the same age as the kids I just screamed at.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's great. You have kind of trod on the foot of my follow-up question of the origin of the name. So I'm going to slightly twist it here. Okay. Were there any other band names that you thought about that didn't make the cut before you decided on?
So the first one we had was With a Trip to Vegas, because we thought if that was put on outside a venue, people would go, "Oh,
everyone will walk in."
Yeah, but
it's genius marketing.
Yes, marketing.
It is. It just wasn't a really good band name.
Walk in and just, I wanted a trip to Vegas, not a metal band.
Yeah. Me and Tom, our bass player, we were in a band together briefly before Tom joined Walk In Coma, and we was called I Envy You, and you'd have to see it written down, but it was just all one word. It was I, and the E from the I went into the envy, and the Y from the envy went into the U. So,
Jesus.
I don't see why you didn't go with that one.
No, I mean that was cool for that project, but then I was playing guitar in that, Tom was playing bass, and we had a singer for that who just never showed up, which is a shame because she was the great singer. But she just never showed up, and then just Tom and the drummer from that band, Nick, joined Walk In Coma.
Oh,
that's cool.
So we still got a journey for how you got your name. Even if you don't remember the strict origin, we got a journey there.
I remember it was walking, as in with a G, one word with a G on the end. And we just thought it looks better with three words. But now, so how long has that been? 16, 17 years? I've always had to explain it's Walk In Coma, like a walk-in closet. And it's really annoying.
Yeah.
It's the Walk-In Coma.
But we put it on ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it really means anything. I think
it just sounds cool.
It's just that, yeah, it sounded cool, sounded grungy, metally at the time. So yeah.
Oh, that's understandable then.
Yeah, it is very understandable. So what would you say is your go-to music in this current time?
Well, personally, bloody hell. I'm quite into folk. So it's been a lot of folk and like sort of Americana sort of stuff recently. But I literally could listen to that and then go to Whitechapel the next song. You know, it could be.
Yeah. Oh, my playlist's a mess.
Completely switch it up.
Yeah. Like anything. Generally, I say anything with a guitar.
Yeah.
And I'm there.
I do think the best playlists are the ones with just no sort of like continuously. It's just complete random. Like my playlist, I'm pretty sure I literally have Diamonds Aren't Forever from Brick Like Bubba and With the Horizon right into like I think it's Chasing Pavements by Adele with like there's no like bridging song. It's just kind of a smash.
Yeah.
But it makes it interesting.
Yeah, keeps you on your toes.
Exactly. Anticipation.
I generally like stuff with a beat as well. Like I listen to stuff. I don't drive or anything, so I'm always walking. So I like a good beat to sort of walk past.
Yeah.
I go running as well. So a good beat always helps. Even if it's just like in the sort of country and folk stuff, just on the sort of thing. But yeah,
you just kind of like walk into that beat of like the drums or something.
Yeah. And then someone slow gets in your way, and then you're just like, fuck out of my way. And then you put on a metal track, and then
Yeah, I think it's I have a mixture of emotions towards that because I do love walking to a beat. However, I physically can't not. So like, if there's an awkward tempo and it like you're really trying to like sprint walk into like a jog,
or something in 3/4 comes on, and you just waltzing down the road.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's like you can't really get the fit with the footwork perfect.
Yeah. You got something like the sugar on, and it's changing time signature all the time.
But so a little scenario here. So you're walking, you fast walking to your beats, your music, and you're walking to your studio to record some music. Now after you've recorded this music, do you listen to your own music?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know some people go, "Oh, I can't listen to that. Can't listen to it after recording." But we're writing music we want to listen to at the end of the day, and I'm my own worst critic. So I'll listen back and go, oh, I could have done that better, or I really like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely listen to my music. Not on the regular, but especially like we just recorded something.
Yeah, because it's familiar at that point. It's still, but it's also still new.
Yeah. I think listening to it at different times as well, like sort of once you've recorded it, once it's released, and then listening back to the older stuff when you've releasing and recording the newer stuff. It's interesting to see your journey.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine it. But like we always get there's always the no, I get so sick of listening to my own music. And I kind of get it. Like I'm sure if you put me in a room with Tom and made us re-listen to the same podcast we recorded for like all day, I'd never go back to that podcast. Like, no. And it's the same thing, other than like we do more long form. But yeah, if you listen to the same thing, it doesn't matter if you made it. Eventually, it will start to grind on you. Like,
yeah. No, I definitely see that. Yeah, I don't think I've overplayed it too much. But yeah, I listen back to it. I'm not afraid to listen back. So I do other bands and projects as well, and it's the same, just sort of listening back to it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, and I know for a lot of people, I'm not sure if it's the case for you, but there are a lot of instances where it's like a perfectionist thing. Some people don't like listening to their own music. It's like, oh, shit, I wish that little part sounded different, or like, oh, I wish we changed that.
Yeah, no, I do that a lot. Like I say, I'm a worst critic, so every time I listen back to it, I know where I've gone wrong, or not, like especially with vocals, like not enunciated what I want to say properly, sort of thing. Like there's in our last EP, I said the word hierarchy, sorry, and I've said it hierarchy. And it sounds like I don't even know what the word's meant to, If I was listening to that as a fresh listener, I would be like, what the fuck's a hierarchy? Yeah, hierarchy.
Yeah. Tom, are you with us?
Bear with, please, everyone, because my internet has been absolute shit. Kind of, sort of. I'm at the point where my internet is being absolute dog shite today, but I'll try and power through it. So, what would you say is what bands would you say inspired your band? Like the sound to your band. What bands would you say inspired it?
Well, definitely for me, Lamb of God. We're always into Lamb of God.
I need to listen to them.
Like, you never listened to Lamb of God?
No, but so many people on the podcast always go, "Oh yeah, I love Lamb of God," or "Lamb of God really inspired our music." I was like, "These definitely sound someone I should be listening to."
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like, especially at the time, like a lot of bands are sort of doing that sort of thing now, and Lamb of God haven't really sort of changed their sound too much for a good few years. So, but if you're listening to like the older stuff, fresh, yeah, man, it was definitely sort of something different at the time.
Oh, I'll have to
Um,
check them out.
yeah, so Lamb of God, Slipknot was always one for all of us. Like we all like, especially early sort of Slipknot stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all like different things. Like me and Mark were always into sort of grungy stuff, and Toll. Um, Tom, our bass player, has always been into like sort of more electronic sort of stuff, like Nine Inch Nails, like their sort of more sort of industrial side. But yeah, so we all try and sort of just throw in our own.
Fuse it all together.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite an indie head, really, like at heart. So I like a good sort of pop chorus. So I always try and chuck that into the mix as well. Like I want a catchy sort of thing. Get the hook in.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, definitely.
But obviously do it in our style. I'm not going to start sort of.
Yeah,
I don't know how to
Blasting
make
out pop
indie.
tunes.
Yeah. But try and
Yeah.
keep it within the metal sort of. I mean, when you talk about subgenres and all that, I don't even know what we are.
But I also do think
Your
that,
own genre.
yeah, I think that means that you're doing really something right. I feel if you cannot like definitively define your genre, then that makes you very unique to your own music. Like if you can't go, I fit into this bracket, then that's like, oh, you are your own bracket now.
Sure. I mean, I probably just haven't listened to a band that we sound like. I'm sure there's plenty out there. Everyone sounds like someone somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you reach
we're
far
not,
enough.
Yeah, we're not doing anything majorly unique or anything like that. So.
Yeah, but,
sorry, I put myself down there.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, this is your genre. You made this genre. So
There's always one quote that I kind of heard that I feel like kind of like relates to it. I think it was like, be the first you, not the next them.
Yeah. I like that. I'll definitely go with that.
Yeah,
I mean,
so it's like pushing you to make original, like trying to make yourself a bit more original rather than trying to copy everyone else.
Sure. I mean, it's in our writing process as well. Like Mark, the guitarist, would normally sort of put in the original idea, sort of thing, and then we all just chuck bits at it as well. And we all listen to different things, like on the whole. We've all got, like, when I was saying my music spectrum's like sort of big, we all are, and it's all different.
Yeah,
different bits,
which once again will culminate to quite a bit more unique of a sort of sound, because it's coming from a lot of different sources.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that comes across.
Yeah, no, I'd definitely say it does. Okay, so I couldn't think of a nice segue for this question, so I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
But are there any?
Yeah,
exactly. Are there any dream venues that you're really like got a bucket list to play?
Well, we were me and Mark talked about the weekend. The Roundhouse, Camden Roundhouse. Really love to play there. I think the sound would just carry really well there, like because we've got like a sort of wall of sound sort of thing going on. I thought it'd just be really cool to just have it go over that roof. And what the fuck just happened there? I
realised he was out of shot, so I brought him in.
Okay, who's this?
Oh, this is my Andrew Garfield.
Oh, yeah, okay, I see it.
Yeah, he's been here since episode 1. He used to live over there, but I had to move him for my championship belt that I won after winning a boxing match for a championship. So I had to put him up there.
Nice. Is there a story there? Sorry, I'm going into the question.
Oh no! I'm more than happy to get into this story.
Sure.
I basically, I had a fight at Shocking, and it was against a guy who was a few years older, a lot taller, and both southpaw. which is always a challenge because as a southpaw, I'm a lot better at facing orthodox because that's what I've trained for. But I went in and it was third round, third of four, and like we're doing some back and forth. So I was moving, trying to keep out, and then he was near a corner, so I threw a really nice straight to get him in that corner. Followed very swiftly by a nice left hook, a right hook, another left hook, bang, and then that was the shot, the greatest shot of my, to be honest, quite short boxing career, right to the sternum. Pulled off. I had my hand raised.
Come on, Englander. Brilliant.
I've got to say though, I was there watching that, and I can say he was battering him all throughout every round.
Oh no, I'd like to be modest. He's a lovely man, but I was the better boxer. Yeah, so that's the story. I don't think I've actually said that story on the podcast. I think I've just alluded to the fact that I won. So you're getting exclusive
all the
content
time.
here.
Nice.
Yeah. What, you win championships all the time?
No, I don't do that. No, I've been on, Pointless on TV.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I won that.
Really?
You won Pointless?
Do you want to see my trophy?
Oh, go on.
It's in the other room, though.
That's all right. We'll see the Pointless trophy.
Probably still hear me.
Oh, we've got to see it now.
Hello.
Oh, I'd say you don't get this on many other podcasts, do you? How many Pointless stars have been on your podcast, Joe Rogan?
No one.
Oh my God.
They even stole my name tag.
Get your name tag.
It's really dusty.
That's mental.
And that's so cool. You got a Pointless little trophy.
That's fucking mental.
I even got the train tickets from when I went.
Jesus. Where is it? Where's it recorded?
It's BBC, isn't it?
At Boreham Wood.
Oh.
Elstree Studios, where they filmed some James Bond films.
Oh, that's sick, actually. So you can guarantee at least one thing you've never heard before on this podcast, because I doubt in any other interviews you've mentioned your Pointless career. So
no, I've done it during lockdown. I've done an online quiz thing where it was musician versus comedian. It was in the background there, so because I was competing, I thought it would be like a sort of I can't think of the word. Try and put them off. Like, look, I've won something.
A deterrent.
That's it.
I've won Pointless.
I put a suit on now. I know the big words. But yeah, so we have a Pointless star joining us today as well. Oh, you didn't know that?
Oh, you could have said that at the start. And I'm Pointless.
Did we answer the question about the venues?
You're on the podcast.
Yeah, you've made it to the big leagues.
You've made it to our podcast.
They mentioned Walk In Coma on the episode as well. So when it was aired, we've had people go onto our YouTube videos, and you can see in the comments like came here through Pointless.
So you're branching out. That's advertising.
Pretty cool.
And within the same month of that, randomly, this was anything to do with us, on Doctor Who, he said Walk In Coma. So we was mentioned on the BBC twice in a month.
That is quite crazy, actually.
That is crazy.
So, Tom, I thought that was actually a really good idea. So I've just signed you up for Come Dine with me.
Perfect.
In about...
Little does he know that was actually axed like a good couple of years ago.
Fuck off, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Was it actually?
When you said it
was. I mean, I feel like it was, because Channel 4 have stopped showing it now, or stopped putting it on at like 5 o'clock, at 5:30 every night. No, I do not check every night. He's actually confirming if it has or not.
Crying with the TV guy, why Come Dine with me on anymore?
Why isn't Come Dine with me on the guide anymore?
Yeah,
I mean, who buys a TV guide anymore? To be fair, so.
I don't know anyone. No, yeah, original release 10th of January 2005 until present. So
My
It's a
birthday.
present.
oh really?
Well, not 2000. Well, I'd had a birthday in 2005, but I wasn't born in 2005.
Yeah. So
Way before then.
oh great. Well, Tom was wrong.
Oh,
Ah,
never mind.
Venues, fucking venues. What venues did you say?
Roundhouse. Roundhouse. Yeah. So Camden Roundhouse, and Tom's always mentioned Brixton Academy if they can sort of try and keep it open.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I've always liked Ali Pali as well. Like to go there for a gig, but then there's some stories about not getting home from Ali Pali, walking down that hill and missing tubes.
Yeah.
They're big venues, but it'd be cool to that sort of.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and what's the other one? Royal Albert Hall as well.
That
Mate. Yeah. Definitely.
That's just an amazing venue.
It's such a bucket list. It's Royal Albert Hall is my favourite venue. I'm yet to go, but I really want to.
Yeah. So even just the outside though is just amazing. Just looks
grand.
Just look at. I was just in awe of it when I first saw it.
Yeah, it is a beautiful, beautiful venue.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna kind of segue off of Riley's question there. Obviously, speaking about your dream venue, it's not similar actually. It's just a random question. So you get the choice to collaborate with either a band or an artist with either Walk In Coma or just yourself. Who would it be?
I mean, just myself. It's really unmetal of me, but I've already told you I'm a big indie head. I'm a Stereophonics fan. I'm actually wearing a Kelly Jones shirt now.
Yeah,
cool.
That'd be great. I love Stereophonics.
Yeah, so I'd love to collaborate with Stereophonics.
That'd be cool.
And Kelly's in a new band now called Far From Saints, so something like that, which is the sort of folky country sort of thing, which probably sent me onto what I've been listening to recently.
Yeah.
With the band though, it'd be really cool to get a rapper in.
Yeah,
I think I would like to do something different with it rather than that sort of just sound new metal because we've got a rapper in it. Just maybe like someone grimy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I couldn't tell you any grime artists, but
Grimes fell off a bit in the past few years.
Has it? I'm
yeah. There is still good indie grime, but the mainstream is nowhere near it used to be. But get like Skepta and Nux, they're all good.
Hey, let's write these down. Who?
Yeah, has Skepta released anything lately? I'll check. But he was like on top.
Nice. I mean, I'll check it. I'll listen to anything once at least. And if I like it, I'll carry on listening to it. If I don't, I'll try and avoid it.
Yeah, it's fair enough. That's the best way to go about it. But
we was in the car on the way to the festival at the weekend, and Nicole's put on Doja Cat. Never listened to Doja Cat before, and it had like "Bitch, I'm a cow, bitch, I'm a cow."
Oh, that one.
Cat, I don't say meow. It's in hysterics. I'll listen to it again because I like a laugh.
Now, Doja Cat has some amazing songs, and you picked that one. Yeah. But with Doja Cat, that's an artist that you can go see now. But are there any bands or artists that you wish you could have seen and now you don't have the chance to?
Chris Cornell, Soundgarden. Never got around to it.
Oh, what?
And I love Chris Cornell. Just and Audio Slave as well. Like me and Mark used to drive along to Audio Slave all the time. when the first album came out. Well, just after the first album came out, because you can drive then. But yeah, as a bass player, I always loved John Entwistle as well of the Who. So I never got to see him. I've seen the Who with just Rich Daltrey and Pete Townsend. Obviously, those are session musicians, but yeah.
Quite lately, I've heard a lot of positive things about the Who. I know they've been around for ages, but just lately, I've had a lot on my feed coming up like, oh, God, these are proper class, these. So they're another band on my list.
Yeah, great band. I mean, I'm sure Pete Townsend hasn't got the best of reputations anymore, but you can look into that.
Just confirming, we're talking about the other Who, not the Mongolian throat singer, the Who.
Oh yeah, you got the. Yeah.
Mate, I've got to say that I've grown to love that at the moment.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I wonder if someone's been booked wrong because of
thinking, it's the actual Who, and they come out as the Mongolian throat singers.
They just come out like,
yeah,
that's my Mongolian throat singing.
Yeah, I was just looking up Pete Townshend, the Who allegations.
Yeah. It's not good.
They're not allegations. That's rough.
Let's not talk about
research.
Maybe separate the music from the artist on that one.
Yeah, I mean, that's always a tough one as well. Like, if you really love the band's music, and then they turn out to be a proper prick.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of instances like that. Especially in the modern era, has been a lot of dickheads that make really good music, like Kanye West. Well, Tom just won't agree with me in general. He hates Kanye. But I really like Kanye's music, but he's a wanker. So
yeah, but Kanye's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's on like, he's got some autistic traits.
I believe he has bipolar disorder.
I was about to say, does he not have bipolar?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I mean, part of that can be sort of attributed to that, but he's just a wanker. He's not like sort of done something really, really wrong that we know of.
Yeah, that we know of.
It's not like the Pete Townsend things or Michael Jackson as well. Like, are you really going to stop? Like, if anything did come out, like, it was true, and like, you get, is anyone really going to stop listening to Michael Jackson?
That's true. The Michael Jackson one is it's a very controversial instance.
Oh,
it's touchy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well,
sorry.
Oh God, yeah, but I feel some people. I feel like some people ignore the evidence. It's like, he's Michael Jackson. He makes proper belters. Like,
yeah,
but there is quite a lot of evidence. But also there are pieces of evidence that go against it. So, and it's one of those things we'll never know.
No,
like, he's not going to tell us.
No,
but
he's dead.
But then there's artists that aren't as big, and you can quite easily just go, oh yeah, they're a proper wanker. We're not going to listen to them again.
Yeah.
And then, like Lost Prophets. You can't play Lost Prophets in public anymore, can you?
Yeah, but on that
proper wanker.
Yeah. On that fun note, this is the end of part 1. So we're transitioning into part 2.
We'll make sure that part 2 is a lot more fun. The fun side.
Yeah, this is the radical questions. So we will see you in part 2.
Is that a different side now?
And welcome to part 2. It's like part 1, but a bit more fun. That's not the tagline. That
Has he
was all
changed his
false.
tie?
No, I think so. Everyone's got the same ties on. You don't have a tie, Tom, which I'm hoping you're going to fix for episode 2.
I will try and find one.
Or a bow tie. You look like a bow tie guy.
Anyway.
But, whose
One
question?
spin.
I don't actually have a bow tie,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, one of the spinny ones. Tom, is it your question?
Yes, I believe it is. So, let's get into the good questions. So, do you own any rare memorabilia or just anything from a band that no one else would?
No.
Apart from your pointless trophy.
Apart from a point, well, it's not really from a band, is it? Well,
Well, it doesn't have to be from a band, just general memorabilia. Of
Just
like
something like
artists
something
or
no one
like
would ever have.
sportsmen.
I've got Alan Shearer's autograph. I'll tell you what, I've got Matt Bellamy's autograph. I couldn't tell you where it was. Matt Bellamy from. I'll get into it. On the back of a receipt. My dad used to deliver and install gyms.
Yeah.
And he calls me up one day and he's just like, guess whose house I'm round? And in the most dad way possible, it's like Matt Bellamy from The Muse.
The Muse.
Just from the Muse.
So, somewhere I've got Matt Bellamy's autograph on a receipt.
That's pretty
somewhere.
cool.
So,
I want Matt
cool.
Bellamy's autograph on a receipt.
Yeah, I should have kept that a bit safer because I love Muse or The Muse.
The Muse.
But yeah, I was just like, you're not taking not in the earshot of this, are they, Dad?
Oh God. Well,
Yeah.
this is where we find out how much you love the Muse, because if you were to pick 3 bands to headline your festival, what 3 bands would you choose?
Or artists.
Well, yeah, it could be artists.
All right.
Could be Doja Cat.
Could be Doja Cat.
It's not Doja Cat. I didn't fall too in love with her from that. I just love the lyrics.
It's just Cow Song, the extended cut.
Oh yeah,
Hour-long set.
She went into bloody old MacDonald without a farm, and
Yeah, it's lyrical mastery.
It's brilliant. Yeah. Bands I would have on. So Stereophonics probably. Incubus. Incubus. I love a bit of Incubus. Hell yeah. Trying to think of like an older band.
Yeah, who's taking up your Sunday slot here?
Yeah, like maybe like Zeppelin. If we can reunite Zeppelin.
Oh yeah, just go. Hey fellas, we'll let you come on the Uncensored podcast if you main this festival, and they'll go, oh mate, sound.
Yeah, they'll do it. Yeah, I mean, they got to come back together for one gig. They can do it again. Yeah, so probably Stereophonics, Incubus, and Zeppelin. That's not really that varied, really, but
It's still
makes for a brilliant festival, though.
Oh, I'd go.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I'm running it.
Sure.
So
yeah, I mean, yeah, it is your festival. You'd hope it'd be, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't make it that weekend, guys. Got a gig down the pub.
Just can't make it that day. Sorry. As much as I've set it up, I can't make it. So
have a good one, though, guys. I'll be there in
you go on stage. Do you all have? Huh?
Sorry. No, you go. You go.
Oh, right. I was moving on to another question. So I thought everyone stopped talking, so I thought I'd fill in. So just before you all go on stage, do you have any pre-show rituals that you would do? Like say you'd all do something before you'd all go on stage.
No, we tried the whole sort of little huddle thing, but it just felt forced.
Well, when you all kind of get in, like we're gonna do this, guys.
Yeah. We tried to do that, but yeah, it just felt forced and cheesy, really. I couldn't say personally for the other guys, but for me, I just like a good little jump because I get into the audience and all that sort of thing and move, like jump about and run around a lot. I do the same sort of jumps. Obviously, to try and do some vocal exercises if I'm in a room that other people aren't in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'll take the piss. But yeah.
It sounds good.
But yeah. No,
I think.
Sorry.
I think I need to get to one of your gigs because it sounds cool. Like you interact with all the crowd and all that. It just sounds really good.
So you know Katie, don't you? Richardson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she always likes to play the game of Where's Our Singer? Because I'm just in with the crowd. I'm in with the crowd. Like getting them in headlocks or just trying to start a pit or something like that, just pushing them out of the way. Well, I got sent a gift from the festival at the weekend of me just pushing someone. So they got it, so it's just reversing like that.
That's brilliant.
Oh,
hey, Tom,
brilliant.
you could use that gift for the announcement post.
What's that, sorry?
Yeah, whack that gift for the announcement post in.
Okay, I'll send it across.
Brilliant. Anyway, sorry, Tom, I cut you off.
I'd just like to quickly, I would like to thank Katie of Hellfire Music Entertainment for setting us up with all these bands for this week. Because she's been a lot of help for us. She's been a lot of help to us trying to get all these bands on for us.
Yeah,
which is quite cool.
A lot of help to a lot of people. She's helped us out for years now, so
yeah,
we love Katie.
Yeah,
definitely. It's been a lifesaver to get these bands. So
yeah, I think she's one band we've already had on, and then they forwarded us. Well, they forwarded Katie to us, and then she's helped us get obviously you and another band on later on, which is quite cool.
Which will come out tomorrow as of releasing this. So get ready. You know, it's going to be really annoying if I release it's going to be really annoying if I release these in a different order, actually, because we'll have to see. I don't even know what episode this is going to be. Shit.
We're not numbering these ones. We're just doing it as uncensored week, I believe.
Well, we'll still number them, but all right. Okay, questions. Got them. Going to ask them. Okay, so if you could have a mascot, but it cannot be an animal or a person, it's got to be like a microphone or some blinds. What would you have?
Right, so our bass player Tom's a really big Doctor Who fan. So can I say Dalek? He's got a little Dalek hanging from his hand.
Yeah, you know what? You can have the Dalek. It's got to be your own Dalek, though. It's got to be the Walk In Coma Dalek.
Okay, well, I mean, he's got blooming hundreds in his living room, like little ones. So I'm sure we can come up with a design for it.
Yeah, have like Walk In Coma graffiti over it. Make it like street art Dalek.
Yeah, imagine all of them being remote controlled. If he's got loads of them, imagine all of them being remote controlled.
That'd be chaos.
Into one place.
His cat would be going spare if they were all remote control.
Could you imagine you just get like an army of like 100 and they just kind of like they feed into the crowd and like open up the pit. Just like loads of little Daleks just make the ring for the pit and then it just chaos ensues. I tell you, that's a great idea there for when you come down.
There is nothing better than a Dalek circle pit.
Oh, they're my favourite ones. Yeah, Tom, eventually, Tom, when we do the live podcast, we're going to have to implement all of these shit band ideas we've had over the episodes into somehow.
So we're just going to have a load of Daleks.
We're going to have loads of Daleks.
So we're just going to have a load of
I'm calling it now, 2025 Uncensored on Tour.
Nice.
That's the goal.
Maybe.
Uh,
What? So I'm gonna just randomly ask a random question. That's seemingly one of the shitter ones of this part. What is one of your favourite performances of your own? So what, like, if it was on tour, if it was at a festival, what would you say is your personal favourite?
We played a place in Camden. What's that place called? Barfly. It's called something else now. Camden Exchange or something like that. We played that. We just got put onto the bill like sort of last minute, and we just got put. We was on first, and when we started, the room was just our mates and the other bands. So it was really sort of dead. And I made a joke after the second song when a couple of people started walking. I was like, "No, come forward, make way for the people at the back," and all that sort of thing. And by the end of the third song, it was packed. Absolutely chock-a-block full of people. I think they had like student night on. If I didn't have loads of change in my pocket, because I just had loads of change in my pocket, I would have crowd surfed that day. I could have done. Yeah, it would have been great. But yeah, it was a great gig. Great gig.
sounds it.
Sounds of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there was people going mental. One bird got up on stage and just started dancing around. I mean, I don't really like people on stage that aren't in the band, but it seemed like fun at the time.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah, so yeah, no, can't think of anything else at the moment. But yeah,
Brilliant. Well, this one is a bit of a not fan fact, a guest favourite question, as far as I believe.
right.
This one, everyone always seems to have a good response to this. But could you pick a moment in a film where you'd play one of your songs?
Yes. So we've just recorded some content, and this was one of our questions.
Oh shit!
So yeah, right. So the single out at the moment, Supper. There's a bit in it where the guitar sort of does this punky sort of thing.
Mm.
And I just started sending punky thing. And it always reminds me of it's the theme music for the one of the groups in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. So I'll just replace it, that sort of.
Fair enough. That'd be pretty sick. I was very proud when I came up with that question. Thought it was original.
It's a good question. I haven't answered it very well, but
no,
that's why I've been saving my question for after it, because I either try and segue it off of Riley's question, or it'll be the other way around.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is
these two questions are really like I throw the pitch, and then he chucks up with the following question. So
it's Lennon and McCartney. Yeah.
So they make Walk In Coma the biopic.
Biopic.
Which celebrity would you like to play you? No, it's biopic.
I say biopic. Yeah.
Really? Am I in the minority here? I
don't know. I think it is a thing. It's like GIF and GIF, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'm only saying it that way because I've been told to say it that way.
Yeah, it's sacrilege if you say it the other way. Oh no, don't. That sounded American.
That is British pronunciation.
Biopic.
So
I don't like it. I disagree, Google. What was the question?
Lies.
Sorry.
So they make Walk In Coma the biopic. What celebrity would you like to play yourself?
What celebrity? It'd have to be someone bold, wouldn't it? I can't think of anyone bold apart from Jason Statham, which goes in with the.
I was literally sitting there thinking that's the first person that popped to mind. Jason Statham.
Fucking love Jason Statham.
Oh, who doesn't? I mean, yeah, fucking yeah. Let's go with him.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
And that fits in well with the Lock Stock thing. So it's all the questions tied together, the answers tied together. Gosh.
Tom, I don't know if I mentioned this on a previous podcast, but I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Vin Diesel is just someone's first attempt at drawing Jason Statham.
I'm going to be honest, I've never heard you say that, but now you said it, I kind of agree.
Yeah, it is correct, really. But yeah, I totally agree with Jason Statham. What about your fellow bandmates? Is anyone that jumps to mind to play there?
Okay. Mark's really like not fat, but like bulky and like tall. He's really hairy. So that's Jason Momoa. Definitely.
We've got quite a few Jason Momoas, actually.
Have you? Yeah, he's the in guy at the moment, isn't he? Suppose. Tom. See, Tom's defining feature, and he's not going to be happy with this. He's really short.
Oh.
So we'll have to go with Danny DeVito or something like that.
Oh, that is just that is just rude.
He'd really like that as well, in the sense that he loves Always Sunny in Philadelphia, so he'll love Danny DeVito. I've actually got a Danny DeVito cushion. It's like sort of sequins.
Oh, what, one of those where it's like blue and you whip it up and it's his face.
Yeah, and it's Danny DeVito. Yeah. Do you need to see that as well?
That's brilliant.
I mean, if you want to get it out, you can.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes.
What an interactive podcast this has been. I have to say.
Where's the
what? Oh.
You know, Tom, I reckon we're getting a lot better at this.
Yeah, we're making it a lot more interactive.
Yeah, you weren't getting this 10 episodes ago.
You won't get.
Definitely not.
So, blank cushion.
Oh God, I bet there's no
Danny
Danny
DeVito.
DeVito.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
what?
that's brilliant.
You can give him hair.
Oh my God.
Little
Get rid of
moustache.
his nose.
Yeah, fuck it. Gone. Give him sunglasses.
That's brilliant.
I mean, I don't know how politically correct your podcast is, but sometimes we give him a little. I don't know what the correct term is, but the little Jew hat, and then a Hitler moustache.
Yarmulke.
Wow.
Yeah. Just for shits and giggles.
Fair enough. Depending how politically correct I feel on the day, that was either a really long bleep or.
Yeah. I mean, I don't support that, but it's funny.
But I try to be very.
We got random shit on this podcast.
Yeah.
We just have random shit on this podcast, don't we?
Tom's
got Riley's Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was just saying Tom's yelled at me before because I was trying to be politically correct. Well, we have debates over the titles of episodes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But
yeah, Riley's got his Andrew Garfield. I've got my Seth Rogen up there.
It's a Seth Rogen, isn't it? I saw
It
someone
is a Seth Rogen mask.
Nice.
It's been up there since like. Would you say, Riley? Would you say it's been up there since episode 1?
I wouldn't say one, but quite a few. But while we're speaking of
I think
random
like
shit,
episode 4 or something.
true. But while we're speaking of random shit we have in our room, I feel this is a really nice segue to show something else that I have in my room.
Nice.
Now
he's getting worse and worse with this with the segue into this.
that was a good segue.
No.
But, so, Tom, the light doesn't work in bright as much. So, excuse me. Oh my fucking God.
I've been in the pit with someone.
Oh,
not that.
Here, one second. That was wrong way around.
I've been in a pit with someone that wore one of those masks.
Yeah, fucking hell, mate. You could that for like sort of.
I saw one out in Magaluf, and it was like one of those, but it had a bong attached as well.
Bong.
Mate,
I don't know how I can follow that. I usually have a nice little speech, but
Go ahead, Riley. Floor's yours.
Bloody heart. It's only plastic, man.
sorry, one moment.
Oh, what's going
Oh
on?
dear. I don't know what's going on with Riley. Riley's
And I'm
disappeared
back.
again. Here we go.
He's back.
So, we've had some fun. You've been here about an hour. I'd say you've probably had an okay time. You know, we've been warming you up.
Fine. I've dressed up smart. So
Exactly.
I feel good.
Tom, the suit is really making this better.
I need to crack out. I need to crack out a blazer of my own.
Yeah, but after
Sure,
the fun, eventually we have to get to the more serious topics, the close to home shit. So you've probably not been asked this because no one has the balls, really. No one has the balls to ask you this. But here at Uncensored, we sometimes have to get a bit uncomfortable. So I just have one question for you. What is the best sandwich?
What is the best sandwich? Bloody hell.
This is what our podcast comes to.
That's cool. I mean, I like a ploughman's. So lots of cheese, lots of pickle, lots of onion.
Yeah,
I would actually say have the onion separate as well and just eat it whole.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
I'm vegetarian, so I wouldn't have any ham. I don't think. But yeah, cheese ploughman's, or can I go with a toasty?
you can.
That's a
We'll allow that.
sandwich.
We accept toasties here.
But we do not accept burgers.
No. I mean,
Don't
I'm
start
glad
that
you
again.
agree.
it's a sandwich, but I wouldn't go. I wouldn't. If someone asked me to take a sandwich, I wouldn't say a burger.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, because I wouldn't. Yeah, but yeah, I'd have a cheese and onion toasty.
You know what? I've got a hard agree. Occasionally, sometimes I'm just really feeling. I'll make me a grilled onion and cheese sandwich, and it is great. Cheese and onion is one of those where I always kind of assumed, good crisps. Would they make a good sandwich? They do.
Oh, where are we all standing on crisp sandwiches as well?
Oh, of course, crisp sandwiches are great.
Any day of the week. Any day of the week.
My kind of guys.
Yeah.
Crisp sandwich all the way.
Anyone who disagrees, wrong. Crisp sandwiches are a staple.
So
they're a staple of the British community.
In a cheese and onion toasty.
Oh,
do it now.
That's different. That is different.
Tom, I have all of these ingredients currently downstairs. This might be the first time I actually try it.
Are you going to make it for lunch after this?
No, I keep saying I'm going to do it for like the shorts, and I keep forgetting.
Go ahead.
But you've passed. Not that it's very hard to pass. We've only ever had one fail.
Who was it?
Fail?
Oh no, it was Aaron, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was 7-Year Witch. I don't even remember what he said now, but I remember it offended.
It was something
with
peanut butter. Was it peanut butter bologna or something?
Yeah, I think that was
something else.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it.
I mean, I like peanut butter, but
some things don't have to go together, you know.
No.
So
exactly.
Right. Well, Tom,
I'll say we just whip out. I've run out of questions.
Oh, so we're on to the final question.
I'm more than happy to head on to the final question.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll explain the rules. I'm going to ask you to make a band. Okay. Yes. I'm going to ask you to make a band. So here are the ground rules. You can have as many people in this band as you want. It can be an orchestra, but you must have the core fundamentals of a bassist, singer, guitarist, drummer. Okay?
Right.
You can have anyone on any instrument, but they will not magically learn to play that instrument if they don't know it. So if you put Michael Jackson on like the saxophone, he will not be an expert at the saxophone, but he can be there. Or you can have anyone dead or alive. They will be alive unless you request them not to be. You can be in the band, but you don't have to be. And I believe that's all the rules I have.
Right. Oh.
So go ahead.
Floor is yours.
Floor is yours.
It would definitely be Chris Cornell singing, because I think he could do pretty much do anything. What else are we gonna do? What else? I don't want to do the basic Jimi Hendrix on guitar and all that sort of crap.
We never have Jimi Hendrix on guitar. Not often. I think we've only had him like once or twice.
He was. You should have seen him. He was always on the guitar. Never mind.
Sorry, that was very good. I zoned out.
Who would I? Right, so John Entwistle on the bass.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that?
John Entwistle of the Who with the WHO, not the Mongolian throat singers. Although that'd be interesting. They're not throat singers. Why do I keep saying they're Mongolian throat singers? I suppose they're. Anyway, shut up, Alex. Who would I have on drums? Right, so I can't think of the blooming the old drummer for Lamb of God. I love the drums for that. I can't think of his first names. Alder or Aldler. His surname. I can't think of his name. I'm gonna look it up quick.
It's okay. We have plenty of time.
Oh, brilliant! Cool. Chris Adler. Chris Adler. What am I missing? Guitarist still. Blooming hell. Matt Bellamy from the Muse.
Haha.
You've got to have someone from the Muse in there. So
yeah. I mean, any of them really. They're all great musicians. But yeah, we'll have Matt Bellamy from the Muse on guitar. We'll have Elton John on piano as well.
Great choice.
It's a bit of the classics. And they were, oh man, yeah, I think we'll stick with that.
That done?
Should I have another guitarist?
You can do.
Can if you want.
I mean, we've had people play the umbrella before, so really, the sky's the limit.
Oh, right. So I think it was Noel Gallagher a little while ago was on later with Jules Holland, and he had someone playing scissors. So I'll have that bird playing the scissors for me.
Cool.
For this band.
Tom, if I remember, I'll look up who he is. If I don't, he's just that bloke on scissors. So
yeah,
I've just put scissors person.
Yeah, I won't allow that. Scissors person. You got to have a bit of Bez from Happy Mondays dancing.
Happy Mondays.
Yeah, and then you know what? I'll have Damien Rice writing the lyrics. The lyrics writer. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll stick with that.
Great. So we sure it's done before the hammer goes down?
Well, yeah. Let's go.
We go.
Cool.
And that's the band. And
Wicked.
that is the podcast too. So we're all out of questions. So unless you had any questions to ask us.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Great. Well,
well, thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming. I've had a great time.
Yeah. We've all had a great old time.
Yeah. But
enjoy your sandwich if you make it.
I will. I will let you know if I do make it. But go listen to Walk In Coma. They're proper class. Go follow them on Instagram while you're there. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to the channel. Do all the cliche things that Fortnite YouTubers tell you to do. And we will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.